thank you very much for inviting Iffy and myself to speak with you today. Um, and thank you, Iffy, for ending on a positive note, because I think, these can feel like very challenging times. I think understanding that wider policy context is really important. Policy has been helping to both drive and fund environmental measures within culture and libraries. But what's really exciting now as well is that policymakers and funders are recognizing the potential of culture, of libraries, to shape and be part of policy making, in particular on a local level, but also even on a global level. There is a big push for culture and creativity to be part of the global climate process. So I will just say a couple of words. So Julie's Bicycle, as if you mentioned, we've been going since 2008. Our journey has evolved as the level and ambition of environmental action within the sector has changed. We are about bringing culture, creativity, and climate action together to drive positive change. We do this in many ways, from practical tools, carbon calculators, to pushing for culture and creativity in global climate talks. So a very wide range of activities. My name is Claire. I am program lead at Julie's Bicycle. I am Irish. I've been working in the environmental sector for 30 years, and for the last 14 years with the culture and creative sector. And in particular, for the last 4 years, I have had the great pleasure of working a lot more with libraries in particular in the UK, but also internationally. So I will talk a little bit more about that. What I'm going to focus on now is really the different ways that libraries can take positive environmental action. And I've got some hopefully lovely, inspiring examples to share with you as well. Before I get into it, I have a question for you. It's a bit of a mean question, but and Magdalena, if you could launch the poll question for this. And my question to you is, what do you think the most important thing is that libraries can do? Is it leading by example, greening your library buildings and services? Or is it engaging and educating the people who use your libraries and your communities? And just give it another minute. You're pretty quick answering. Maybe some of you have to think about it. It's a bit of a tricky question. Okay, Madalena, I ask you to share or end the poll and share the results. So about a third of you said it's leading by example through your own actions, and 2/3 of you said it's about engaging and educating, which is really interesting to see. Thank you, for sharing. I probably should have given you all an option of saying we should do both. Because libraries really have a fantastic opportunity to both lead by example and engage their communities. but also through the very nature of what you do as a source of information, you also have this amazing potential and role as a source of trusted environmental information. So I should have given you those a range of options. Sometimes for libraries, if you are a public library, if you are part of a municipality or a local authority, or if you are an academic library, which is part of a university, you may be more limited in what you can do for your own buildings, for example. But there will always be different ways to take action. You may, in some cases, find it makes more sense to focus on education and engagement if you have less control over your buildings in particular. So in terms of what libraries can do, I think there's a few key